Okay, before starting with today's class, I just want to note down few things, okay? Eleven, Marga, 26. Just one by one, you all can come here and just enter your names, okay? Yes. Alphabetically कोण येता पहिली? First, Benjamin. Type your name. Full name. Next. 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 Wait a second. Yes, so Benjamin, how much marks did you get in this bio paper? Eight. Out of Daniela? 19. Yuzico? Kushi? Lisa? Vidal? Joseph? Okay, so till now we have completed the living world first chapter. सगळ्यांक notes मेळ्ळा तेजे living world खुशी is remaining. Biological classification. Everybody got? Yes or no तरी म्हणू शकता नी. Don't check my patience now. Seriously, मला बेजार येला. Plant kingdom. You have received plant kingdom. 3 chapters तुका दिल्यानी हांवें. खंयचे खंयचे? Okay. Plant kingdom. Morphology of flowering plants. सगळ्यांक मेळ्ळा notes. Anatomy of flowering plants. So we have started. So Joseph was not there. So we have started with the cell chapter. I have you have seen the recorded classes. Okay. Okay. So whatever that is missing, you can just take it recorded classes. So this is our 4th class for cell chapter, and we will be completing that chapter today. Okay. Okay. So till now, in eukaryotic cell, we have finished with cell membrane, plasma membrane. Then we have completed cell wall and also endomembrane system, in which we have finished with endoplasmic reticulum, Golgi complex, lysosomes, vacuoles. Okay, so these are the things which we have completed. Okay, and then mitochondria, okay, which is not in that list, even that we have completed in the last class, right? So mitochondria, chloroplast, they are performing their functions independently. Okay, they are not dependent on anybody. Fine. So now we are going towards plastids. Okay, you know the difference between plastids and plasmids? Yes. So plasmids, it's okay. You were absent, so you don't know. So you don't have to तकली परत परत सकल घालपाची गरज नाही. Just listen. Okay. Plasmids are present in prokaryotes, right? That is what circular DNA, which is present in prokaryotes. And plastids are what? We will see that now in detail. Okay. Yes. And if there is any difficulty, जे तुम्ही every time म्हाका उछल उछल के विचारता, please go ahead. तशेंच सदांच उछल उछल के you can ask me your queries. Okay. ये AC लागत ना, because I can see many people sweating also from here. Just try to put that AC on without mother. It's okay. We'll see that later. Okay. So, where plastids are found, number one, they are found in plants. Second example, they are found in euglenoids. What are euglenoids? It is written in the bracket. They are the eukaryotic flagellates. Flagellates means they will be having flagella, right? Now, these can be easily observed under the microscopes. So, plastids, you can easily see that under the microscope, and then they all are having some pigments. They are having pigments. Based on what type of pigment they are having, they are classified into three groups or three categories. Number one is the very common that we have studied since 6th or 7th standard, that is chloroplast. Okay. Second is chromophore. Third is leucoplast. So based on these colors, now you know what pigment they are having, right? So chloroplast, we all know it is green in color. Chromoplast is red in color. Leucoplast is actually colorless. Okay, it is colorless. So you can see that here, this is how your chlorophyll looks, or chloroplast looks. Okay, this is how chloroplast looks. This is your chromoplast and this is your leucoplast. I request you all to kindly draw this diagram in your textbook somewhere in the corner. The shape of those plastids are very important. Okay. Okay. So chloroplast, it is having pigment called as chlorophyll and carotenoids. It is having what? chlorophyll and carotenoids. Both of them are helping in trapping the sunlight. And you know, after trapping the sunlight, what they are doing? They are performing a very important process which is called as photosynthesis. Okay. The next is chromoplast. So chromoplast, this is either yellow color, orange color, or red color, depending on which pigment is present. Okay, the pigments can be fat soluble carotenoids, and these carotenoids can be carotene and xanthophyll or any other carotenoid type. Okay, main कोण असा हांगा carotene आणि xanthophyll. Okay, carotene is orangish color and xanthophyll जो असा it is little bit yellow color texture. Okay, then next you have is leucoplast. Leucoplast we have discussed, they are colorless and they are storing something in it. Okay, mainly they are storing nutrients. So based on what they are storing inside it, again we have three types of leucoplast. Okay, so what we can say, plastids, chloroplast, chromoplast, and last is leucoplast, right? Then leucoplast, again we have three types, which are this. Okay, so first is amyloplast. So amyloplast is storing what? Carbohydrates or starch. Then elaioplast, they are storing oil and fats. Then aleuroplast, they are storing proteins. ये fill in the blanks खूपदा येता or even match the पेसान येता. Okay, and obviously केना एक wrong सुद्धा देता. For example, they will give you chloroplast somewhere in between extra भी असता पे. एका column there are only 4 options and दुसऱ्या column there are 3 options, right? So that time you should know what are the different types of leucoplasts which are present. Okay. Is this clear? Yes, Ata. You know photosynthesis. Okay. Do you know that you have photosynthesis chapter for you? Yes, in plant physiology. Yes, just open that chapter and see for some time. Just see what things are there in that chapter. Yes. Okay. So starting as आपण what do we know? म्हणजे different experiments जे केले. Okay. Before finally concluding about photosynthesis. After that, त्यांच्यानी विचारला where photosynthesis takes place. So we know it is taking place in chloroplast. जे आम्ही आता plastid शिकता पण number 1 plastid, that is chloroplast. Okay. So the diagram in detail is given here. So this diagram is very important. So every time diagram attacks, and you can see in this chapter also this diagram is there. Okay, so हा diagram दोन कडे असा. So ह्या सेमाक तुमका असा, next सेमाक सुद्धा असा. So please pay attention because हे जर तुम्ही ऐकले, almost you can say 5% of your photosynthesis chapter is done. Okay, so here compartments are केले नी, all this section which is there, page number 176, 177, you will understand what I'm trying to say. Okay, मागीर light reaction, electron transport, ये सगळे are the deep detailed things about how photosynthesis takes place in a plant. Okay, आता chloroplast, why it is important? Because तो तुमका आता हे असा आणि तुमका तो next chapteरानूय असा. So आता जर शिकले नी तर next chapteरान म्हाका तितलो efforts घालचे पडपाना. Okay, आणि तुमकाय बी obviously it will be like a revision to all of you. Okay. Yes, so now we are discussing about chloroplast. So chloroplast, it is present in the mesophyll cells. What are mesophyll cells? तुमका सगळ्यांना खबर आसा न्ही, leaves जर आम्ही sections घेतले, you will get many compartments. Morphology सगळ्यांनी शिकला. Okay, in morphology, have you seen the leaf sections? आम्ही जे शिकलेले पळय, morphology, sorry, anatomy. So in anatomy chapter, we have also studied about mesophyll cells. Can you find mesophyll cells in that chapter, anatomy? By the way, this is how you are supposed to study. सगळे चॅप्टर्स एकामेकाक लिंक करून बिकॉज आता 12th तुमकां अशे वयला वयर क्वेश्चन्स विचारना दे आर लिटरली आस्किंग यू एप्लिकेशन टाइप ऑफ क्वेश्चन्स येस लीफ स्ट्रक्चर लीफ डायग्राम फाटल्यानचो फाटल्यानचो can you see anywhere mesophyll cells yes yes mesophyll cells दिसले कसले कलर दिला mesophyll cells which color is given in that diagram which color light green right greenish so greenish म्हणजे किती आमका खबर आसा it is presence of chloroplast so because of that that green color is given to that particular part okay so whatever that is given in your textbook even colors te dita te best dina it is having some or the other meaning okay first reason is to distinguish between the layers okay that is the first reason why your diagrams are colored and second thode diagrams are color ते सामके चितून दितात that okay here chloroplast is present so that's why we are giving it green color okay is this clear to everybody yes so where they are present location सगळ्यांक कळ्ळे they are present in the mesophyll cells so what is the shape lens shape they can be oval shape spherical shape discoid shape or even ribbon like shape so depending on which plant which species it is present they might be having this different so what is that shapes of the chloroplast okay then so length is 5 to 10 micrometer and width is 2 to 4 micrometers then their number can be one chloroplast per cell or they can have many so one chloroplast per cell example is chlamydomonas and green alga is having literally 20 to 40 chloroplast in the cell okay that is in the mesophyll part right mesophyll yes is this clear so first amka kite sangta it is telling us where location of the chloroplast magir shape of the chloroplast magir exact number of the chloroplast okay then chloroplast they have double membrane means like this okay एक membrane भायल्यान एक membrane भितरल्यान can you tell me any other organelle which is having double membrane very good mitochondria okay so what now you have to do is just write down similarities between mitochondria and chloroplast okay तुम्ही लास्ट टाइम तुमका सांगलेले पळय प्लांट सेल एनिमल सेल याचे डिफरन्स बिटवीन बरोवपाक जाय आणि प्रोकॅरियोट्स यूकॅरियोट्स यांचे डिफरन्स बिटवीन बरोवपाक जाय नाव वी आर रायटिंग what chloroplast and mitochondria similar things which are present in them and also you should write down unique feature of prokaryotes and eukaryotes हे सगळे बरोवपाकूच जाय because that is very important थंयच्यानूच क्वेश्चन चडशे लास्ट टाइम खंय बरयला पळय थंयच बरया ओके सो फाटल्यान बरयला जाल्यार फाटल्यान फुडें बरयला फुडें you have written in your rough book right so now also you are continuing there so because she is not having separate bio book and all these things it will be better if you are transferring it in your notes okay सगळे because हांगा थंय सोदच्या सगळे एकीच कडे असलेले चड बरे so when I give you the notes you have still not received the notes right oh yeah this chapter no alas I have given this chapters and next chapters notes for the printing let's see so notes तितना there are some gaps here and there so त्या गॅप्सांनी जितले तुमका एक्स्ट्रा डायग्राम्स काडपाक लायला जितले एक्स्ट्रा गोष्टी तुमका बरोवपाक लायला everything you are going to transfer in that notes. Okay, is this clear? So that's why I'm giving you the next chapter's notes in advance actually, so that simultaneously you can write it down in your notes itself. हांगा ते बरोवपाची any गरज ना. Okay, before starting with the chapter, I'll be giving you the notes. Fine. Yes. So write down similarities between similarities between chloroplast and mitochondria. Okay. Number one, they both are double membrane organelles. They both are double membrane organelles. They are not included in they are not included in endomembrane system. They are not included in endomembrane system. They both consist of they both consist of extra extra chromosomal DNA. They both consist of extra chromosomal DNA. Extra chromosomal DNA. You know what is extra chromosomal DNA, right? DNA which is present outside the nucleus. Okay, extra chromosomal DNA means what? DNA which is present outside the nucleus. Okay. Mainly आमका खबर आसा न्ही DNA खंय प्रेजेंट आसता in the nucleus, right? So आता besides nucleus आणि खंयच्या ऑर्गेनेलान जर present आसा DNA, then it is called as extra chromosomal DNA. And here extra म्हणजे extra न्ही, extra means outside. Okay, extra means outside. Fine. Then, so double membrane bound. So there is inner chloroplast membrane and is relatively less permeable. So outer layer जो असा पय तो किती असा less permeable असा and ribosomes of chloroplast are smaller. Have you heard of ribosomes? In prokaryotes it is 70s. In eukaryotes generally आम्ही त्याला किती म्हणता 80s ribosomes असा, right? But हांगा किती असा in chloroplast this ribosomes can be 70s, which is smaller than the cytoplasmic ribosome. You know ribosome, right? Which is the next topic. And हांगा किती असा तो 80s असा in the case of eukaryotes. But chloroplastan, it is having another type of ribosome which is 70s. Okay, is this clear? किती doubt असा? किती confusion असा हांगा? No, right? Okay. So yeah. Next thing which we are learning is this part जे तुमका next chapter in detail असा म्हणजे next chapter म्हणजे photosynthesis. So you have this different compartments of chloroplast. Number one is stroma. Number two is thylakoid membrane. Then it is grana, stroma lamellae, and lumen. Okay, so this is your chloroplast. So stroma. So हे जे सायटोप्लाझम लाईक एरिया दिसता पय सगळी मेन एरिया तेका आम्ही किती म्हणता स्ट्रोमा. ओके, हे जे तुमका स्टॅक्स दिसता पय दिस स्टॅक टुगेदर it is called as grana. हे सगळ्यांक किती म्हणता आम्ही grana. One of that this is like a pancake. Okay, एकामेकाच्या वर दवरल्या. Okay, and one pancake is called as thylakoid membrane. किती म्हणतात तेका thylakoid membrane. Then there is some joining between these two thylakoid membrane and तेका आम्ही किती म्हणता this. Can you see this? Okay, तेका आम्ही किती म्हणता? Is it labeled here? Yes. See. these two are joined, right? So हेका मी कितें म्हणटली stroma lamellae. Okay, it is called as stroma lamellae. For example, if there is one more grana here, it is connected via this, then it is called as stroma lamellae. Okay, next is about lumen. So thylakoid. So this is your one thylakoid, right? This is not chloroplast. Okay, हो कोण एक thylakoid. Thylakoidaचे भितर जे आसा पय this area, it is called as lumen. Okay, inside the thylakoid is called as lumen. सगळ्यांक कळ्ळें? Then outermost layer, दोन covering असं म्हटलेलं न्ही आम्ही. Outermost layer is called as outer membrane आणि त्याच्या भितरलो आसा तेका म्हणटा inner membrane. Is this clear? Yes, very easy, right? म्हणजे मान कणले, आय कांट मूव इट. अशें म्हाका रोबोट कशें फील जाता आतां. मातशें जर मूव जालें इट्स हर्टिंग. म्हणून इरिटेट आसा हांव चड. ओके. Yeah, so what I was saying, okay, stroma, thylakoid, grana, stroma lamellae, lumen, outer membrane, inner membrane. किती difficulty असा? Without looking here, तुमका आता overall सांगला हांवें कितें कितें तें. Without even looking into your textbook, can you just draw this diagram chloroplast once? Just try it. Rough diagram काढा. सामको artistic जावपा जाय अशें कांय ना. Just draw and label whatever that you remember. Okay, close your textbooks. Draw and label it. Okay. लिजा, बाय डेस्काचेर बरोवन दवरल्यार जी मान सारकी आसा ती सारकीच उरतली. या. तूं तशें बँड जाला आनी म्हाका त्रास जावपा लागल्या हांगा. दुसऱ्या फावट. Now you'll have to sing a song, huh? Yes. Label क्या लो? Stroma label क्या लो? Okay, I'll tell you the names. Stroma. You can label stroma. You can label stroma lamellae. You can label grana. You can label thylakoid membrane. You can also label lumen. In one of the Golmaal movie, Johnny Lever सगळे विसरता पळय, and that background music comes, Boola. That is what is happening here. Boola. Nivida? Okay. So what we have? Stroma. Stroma म्हणजे only that full surface. Full surface are किती label केल्यार it is stroma. Inside stroma what we have? We have this stacks. तेका आमी किती म्हणटा? Grana. Right? So हे stacks किती हे करप? Grana or granum. Okay? Grana or granum. Then this grana or granum is consist of what? Thylakoid membrane. So एक कोणाक thylakoid membrane म्हणून लेबल केल्यार जाता. Actually कशें आसता जाणा? आम्ही हो डायग्राम ड्रॉ करता and then what we are doing? तेका मागीर आमी मॅग्निफाय करून हांगा ड्रॉ करता. Okay, when we are drawing it here, then we can label it properly. Okay, so how we are labeling it? We are labeling it this as thylakoid membrane. Inside thylakoid membrane, we can label it as lumen, and all these things we can label as granum or grana. Okay, other things are okay to label here, but most of the time, even if तुम्ही Google सुद्धा केलं नी chloroplast as a structure, then you will have something like this. It is high, it is magnified and put somewhere else, and then it is labeled there. Okay, is this clear? The diagram is clear to everybody? Yes. Okay. So मातशें एकदा पळोवया हांगा कितें कितें मेन्शन केला. So stroma is the limited space limited by inner membrane. म्हणजे inner membraneच्या भितर जे कितें एरिया येता पळय तेका आमी कितें म्हणटा? Stroma म्हणटा. It contains enzyme. Very 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 important. Photosynthesisan जे जे enzymesaचे requirements असता पळय, all those important enzymes are present in stroma. Okay, and also it contains circular DNA. Okay, where circular DNA or extra chromosomal DNA is present? It is present in stroma. Then also they are consisting of ribosomes. The 70S ribosomes आम्ही present असा म्हणता पळय, it is present in the stroma region. This is almost like cytoplasm of chloroplast. Okay, full area. Fine. Then thylakoid membrane, organized flattened membranous sacs. Okay, their flattened membranous sacs are called as thylakoid membrane, present in the stroma. Stroma तुमको खबर आसा आता पळय. Chlorophyll pigments are present in the thylakoid. Very 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 important point. आता आम्ही जर विचारले, where does photosynthesis takes place? So सगळ्यात पहिली photosynthesis takes place in plants. Where in plants? Green parts of the plant, mainly in the leaves. Okay, where in leaves? In leaves, it is taking place in which tissues, which cells? Which cells? काय असं ते? Mesophyll cells. Where exactly in mesophyll cells? In chloroplast. Where exactly in chloroplast? In granum. Where exactly in granum? In thylakoid membrane. Okay, असे exact location of photosynthesis we are writing. Okay, so where does photosynthesis takes place? जर कोणी म्हटलं नाही photosynthesis, अरे we know it's taking in plants. Wait, take a sit. I'll tell you where it happens. So in organisms, it is taking place in plants. In plants, it is taking place in green parts of the plant, mainly in the leaves. If we take the section of leaf, it is taking place in the mesophyll cells. In mesophyll cells, there is something called as chloroplast. In chloroplast, there is a stack called as granum. That granum is made up of one thylakoid membrane, and that thylakoid membrane is having lumen, and everything of photosynthesis is revolving around this thylakoid membrane. Is this clear? Photosynthesis exact location सगळ्यांना कळलं. This is actually those 2 pages of that chapter. Next chapter. Okay, is this clear? Fine. Yes, so chlorophyll pigment are present here in the thylakoid membrane. My grana is nothing but stack of this thylakoid. एक thylakoid धरून what we get this grana. And singular it is granum, खूप असा झाल्यावर grana, or it is called as integral thylakoids. Okay, then stroma lamellae, flat membranous tubules connecting the thylakoids of the different grana. So who is connecting the thylakoids of grana? Stroma lamellae. Then lumen. Lumen is the membrane of the thylakoids encloses a space called lumen. म्हणजे internal part of the thylakoid membrane is called as lumen. Is this clear? Clear difficulty asa? I hope it is very much clear to all of you. Can you write 3 marks answer on this? If I ask you to explain chloroplast as a plastid, can you write 3 marks answer to that? It will include number 1, you have to note down that they are present in plants and eukaryotes, and they they will be having pigments in that. There are 3 types of plastids. One of the plastids is chloroplast. Then you have to explain this part about chloroplast. दोन खंयचे pigment हांगा important बरयला ते. After that you can write down the structure of chloroplast, where it is found, कितले असता number, shape किती असता, and then last is this is actually the main structural part of the chloroplast, आणि हे questions तुमका examing येतात. 3 marks खातीर every time they ask you either chloroplast or mitochondria, दोन्ही भितरले एक. Okay, so you have to be prepared with this answers. Is this clear? Yes? Okay. The next is about ribosomes. Before ribosomes, I'm giving you 3 minutes to write down about chloroplast, whatever that you have studied. Okay, close your textbook and just start writing about chloroplast. Yes, if you are done, you can get it here. If you are done, you can get it for correction here. तुमचे झाले ज्याला करेक्शन खातीर तुम्ही हाडूंक शकता. तुमचं जर लिहून झालं तर तुम्ही इकडे करेक्शनला घेऊन या. अगर आपका लिख के हो गया है तो प्लीज यहाँ लाके आप करेक्शन के लिए दे सकते हो. आणि खंयच्या लँग्वेजीन सांगपाक जाय? फ्रेंच? Is there anybody here who have taken French? She'll say it in my name, in my place. Go ahead, madam. Okay. She said it in her, the mind. We just have to listen to it. That's it. So yes, if you're done, start to. Don't feel shy. I'll take it forever to read. There is so much to read. My God. See, this is a cell. Hanga, since this is a plant cell, outermost layer is cell wall. The yellow layer is yes, cell membrane. This is cytoplasm. आणि ह्या सायटोप्लाझमान सगळे ऑर्गेनेल्स असतात. आउट ऑफ दिस न्यूक्लियस इज अ डिफरंट ऑर्गेनेल. आणि हांगा एक 90% of the area is covered by vacuole. Chloroplast is a different organ. It is not in the nucleus. Okay, it's a different one. It is present in the cytoplasm. And we are learning about this organ in detail. So, how jenna आम्ही draw करता, it looks something like this. Okay. So, here is photosynthesis taking place. हांगा nucleus and बाकीचे किती किती चालू आसा. All of them are performing some or the other functions. Okay. So, you should have not written this. बाकीचे सगळे okay आसा. Okay, and you cannot write here it is present in green parts. Okay, in green parts, so the order goes something like this. It is plant, green part. Okay, mainly in leaves. When we take section of this leaf, you can see it present in mesophyll cell. In mesophyll cell, there is presence of chloroplast. In chloroplast, they say there is melanoid. Okay. Next, ओके हो करेक्ट आसा. मातशे सेंटेन्सेस फ्रेम करपाक कळपाक जाय बट इट्स ओके फर्स्ट टाइम शिकला न्ही दिस इज ऑल्सो गुड. ओके नेक्स्ट. Chloroplast is one of the type of plastid. Plastid are three types. Okay. One is chloroplast. Second is chromoplast. Third is leucoplast. Leucoplast is again of three types based on what minerals they are storing. Okay. Chloroplast is not three types. Fine. Okay. And no, chloroplast is always green. Okay. Yes, this is correct. Not organelle. Structure. This is the structure. वेगळे compartments. Okay. Organelle, chloroplast is an organelle. This is not organelle. These are the parts. Parts of chloroplast. Okay. Yes. Next. Membrane, yeah, only granum we can say. Also, there are the consist of meat. Stoma, inside stoma, these things are present. अशे बरोवपाक शकता. Okay. Very good. Very good. Yes. Who is remaining? Benjamin? It's okay. किती एक दोन सेंटेन्स सुद्धा चालतं. आणि काहीच याद जायना. Okay, so what we can do is, okay, when you're learning something for the first time, it's okay to not remember it. But जसे तू परत परत revision करतलो पळय, you'll remember everything. Okay, Yeah. Nani. Yes. So next organelle which we are learning is ribosomes. Yeah. So ribosomes, they are granular structure and observe under electron microscope. Okay. And it was first studied by George Palade in 1953. Then they are composed of RNA. What is the full form of RNA? Ribonucleic acid, and also it is consisting of proteins and not surrounded by any membrane, म्हणजे त्याका covering असे काही ना. Fine. Then ribosomes, you know, in prokaryotes also there are two units, एक large subunit, दूसरा small subunit. Okay, so here you can see this is large, subunit, this is small subunit. Okay, हा काढताना त्यांच्याने wrong काढला पण हांगा त्यांच्याने सारखं केला. Fine. Then, so in eukaryotes, it is 80S ribosome, and in prokaryotes, it is 70S ribosome. So 80S, 60 and 40. 60 is large subunit, 40 is small subunit. 60 plus 40 is 100, but still total आम्ही हांगा किती म्हणता 80S म्हणता. Similarly, 70S in prokaryotes. 50 plus 30 कितले असता 80, but आम्ही त्याका 80 म्हणा. We are still saying it as 70S. ते आता 10 आणि 20S असा ते खंय लॉस्ट झाले पळय, it is a different topic, तेजेर आम्ही concentrate करप ना. Okay, so just concentrate on what is given in the textbook. That's it. Okay. Then, so S stands for Swedberg's unit, stands for sedimentation coefficient. It is indirectly measures the density and the size of the ribosome. Okay, कितले जड असा आणि size कितले असा तेच्या वयल्यान this unit is given. That's it. Okay, this is about ribosomes. About ribosomes, they can ask you for 2 marks. Always remember, for 1 mark question, the definition असा जाल्यार एका सेंटेन्सान येतले, and they are asking you to explain something, there are जाल्यार minimum 2 sentences येतले. For 2 marks, you have to write down 4 points. For 3 marks, 6 points. For 4 marks, 8 points. For 5 marks, 10 points. So जितले marks असा तितले double points. So आता तुमका हांवें सांगलेले 3 marksचे आन्सर बरया. So do you think you will get 3 marks for that? Maximum बरे आन्सर कोणी बरयला पळय तेंका आतापर्यंत only 1.5 मेळटले. Okay, and last is half. Okay, half the 1.5 you are not going to get. See, I ask you very simple questions, but you should understand that test on how खूप difficult correction करतले. Correction is never linear. Okay, correction on maka एक सुद्धा किती missing दिसलो word, then I'll not give you marks. Okay, so make sure that you're literally revising everything. Fine. Yes, ribosomes clear. Itle asa only for 2 marks it can be asked. Next is about cytoskeleton. What's the time? 4:35. Okay, then we'll stop here for today. So we'll discuss about cytoskeleton in next class. Just a second, I'll just take your attendance, then you can go. Lisa, just give me pencil. Date किती आहे? 14. Benjamin, Vidal, Joseph, Yuzico, Daniela, Lisa, शनाया, स्कायला, खुशी। यस। चलो, थैंक यू। या बाय। यस बाय। बाय। या बाय।